already live. Yeah.
I must confess, it's killing me.
Are you saying? Is he singing Britney Spears?
Leave Britney alone.
Inside.
Yeah, it's a good song,
Let
man.
me think
Britney
one
Spears.
more time.
Wasn't she like 16 when she made that song? 17?
I don't know.
And
She was pretty young.
Yeah, then she went crazy.
She was pretty
shaking her head.
young. You know,
right,
shaking
guys.
her head and stuff like that.
6 o'clock. And we are live
It-
with the 9th
it's
episode of GTS. All right,
Hello,
so
everyone.
hey guys, everybody who is just starting to tune in. This is your host, Master Grade Jess. I can speak now better than I could last week. And it's been a long week. It's been a long week over here with my boys Justin, Bart, and Chris. All of us. We have our special guest Bart over here. Or better, like the way that Justin said it, the OG. The OG because
yes.
he's what?
Yep. Original guest.
Because he's the original guest. That's
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Thank you, man.
Like-
Thank you so much.
Yep. So Bart is the one who will help us kickstart our guest segment.
Yes.
Like I think eight episodes before. Like guys, can you believe it? Like it's been like what 8 episodes already? This is the
2
ninth
months.
episode. Crazy,
Yeah, man. 2 months.
crazy, man.
Time flies.
Crazy,
So-
man.
So many
Seriously.
things have happened during that time. We have Chris who has just been painting and he's moving now too. He's moving to a
Yep.
different place. I mean, you're still in Georgia, right? Exactly. You're even more in Georgia, like in Atlanta, right? Because you're downtown. Uh-huh. Nice.
Welcome to the club, bro. You're in the circle now.
Welcome
Into the-
downtown.
Step into the ring.
And you know, like one of the first condition to be in our circle is to shave. So you did that. So good job.
Yeah, he shaved.
So Chris looked like a baby right now.
Baby face.
Just like a little kid. And then we have
Exactly.
Justin, who has been putting out videos. He put up how many videos did you put up this week? 2 or 3? How many?
I think 3. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm going full force of this. Guys, I just quit my jobs. Just quit my job. Yep.
GTS.
Full time.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
I'm literally full time right now on
Incredible,
YouTube,
man.
and my hair. No, man, my hair is getting longer, so it's not.
Yeah, we need to.
There's nothing. There's nothing incredible about that. It's incredibly annoying.
What, your hair?
I wish I can cut my hair, bro, but there's no barbershops anywhere
No.
around that is
Yeah,
open.
I need a haircut too. I
So,
have
so
mine in-
hold up. So the master scriber can't cut his own hair. I'm
Oh,
judging.
come on,
I'm
man.
judging you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm judging
you
you.
too, dude.
Come on, man.
You
Come
know
on,
how to do
man.
so
It's
many
not like-
things, but you haven't cut your
It's
own
not-
hair.
Dude, you know what? I used to save money by cutting my own hair.
Did you
Seriously,
really?
like, yep. At one point in my life, I cut
Uh-huh.
my own hair for like an entire year because everything else is too expensive.
And how did you look?
So yeah,
Incredible.
I still look great. I still
Yeah?
look great as always. Seriously, yeah. There's no difference, bro.
I've been scared. I've been scared to cut my own hair. I've been wanting to do it because I get tired of my hair coming down because it's pretty long already.
Yeah, it is long.
But
It is
I'm
long.
just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait until the whole thing is over. And I can
Just
go
man
cut
bun it, bro. Just put up in a man bun and then
I do.
shave
I have
it.
a
And
man
shave
bun
it around,
right
or just get number 1 and just shave all around, and you're good.
Yeah,
I have a
man.
bun right
Samurai
now.
cut.
Yeah, I got.
But the
some
thing is
right
that if you guys have like curly hair, it's fine. It's better when you have straight hair. You know, like me, my hair is like super straight. It never curls, so it kind of pulls your eyes like every time.
But
Yeah,
isn't that
French.
like kind of like something like I've seen a lot of like Asian people with straight hair, you know?
It's all Asian.
I mean,
people.
it's in our it's in our traits. I mean, to have straight hair.
Well, yeah,
Like really straight hair.
because a lot of people say Mexicans or Latinos have like wavy hair, like that kind of like
Yeah.
kind of like
Hey,
that long hair and nice and like jet black and
yeah,
whatever.
it is.
I don't know about Polish
It
people.
is.
Bart, what kind of hair do you guys got over there?
We got everything.
You got everything?
whatever works, man. Whatever works.
Oh yeah,
All right, very nice.
Oh yeah, what's up, everybody in chat? We didn't even say hi to everyone in chat. Nicholas is
Yeah,
here.
brother.
Yo, what?
John Vincent.
Hello, everyone.
Triano. Okay, so this week we got like we said, we had Bart Gundam Guardian, right? One of the best on Instagram when it comes to painting. This guy is on fire. I see Gundam Guardian everywhere now. He's on Facebook,
Exactly.
he's on Instagram.
So-
Whenever I go,
sorry for
whenever
spam.
no. So you know how Facebook has this tab where it just has all of your groups that you follow. I go on it, and since I'm friends with Gundam Guardian now on Facebook, I just see how many times he posts. I just see his stuff all over the place.
Then I'm
And-
probably right under it.
And it's either Gunpla or it's Gundam Guardian. It's kind of like, man, I don't post a lot of things on Facebook anymore. What do you guys think of the Facebook kind of scene? Like, what is your opinion on the groups over there?
It's
guys
big,
like-
but but it's different. I don't know.
If you look at the amount of people in the group and the response that you get from the individual posts, it's like strange. It's very, very small.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. Because I feel like Instagram for me has become a little bit more personal. Because I do have a certain like number of people that I only talk to on Instagram. So for example, I
Mhm.
message Gundam Guardian a lot. Bart, I message him. I talk to Ryan now. I talk to Gundarmer Pat, which like our guests, right? Even Nico and everything, like especially Nico. Like I'm always talking. I don't talk to Justin anymore on Instagram though, and I never teach because Justin and I, when we first began to talk, like we would just message each other back and forth on Instagram all the time. Up until I was like, man, do you have a WhatsApp? Because I'm kind of tired of
Yeah.
on Instagram. And we left Instagram, and it's just dead. It's dead. The only person who messages now on Instagram is it's Chris, because he like sends, like he shares things, which are always awesome. But other than that, I never see
Mhm.
Justin anymore on Instagram.
You
But
have
it
to
is,
No.
yeah, I have to message him, or that, or he's sleeping, or he's working on a video. This guy is on fire all the time, man. He's always either recording or he's doing something.
Gunpla monster.
Yeah, he is, and it's I don't know this
In a
whole.
positive way, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah, man. I mean, his videos, his tutorial videos, I saw them, and I was looking at the comments on his videos too. There's some interesting comments that he gets on those videos.
Yeah, sideways
with,
face.
Some interesting. I think it's funny. I just think it's funny how a lot of people tend to. Obviously, everybody has their own opinions, but I just feel it's
Yeah,
funny how a lot of
exactly.
people have this sense of high and mightiness because you've been in the scene for 30 years. Nobody cares. All right. We're all learning. We know what we're doing. If you can't, like, okay, one of the things that I do need to talk about, and I'm sorry guys that we haven't even started on the whole show, but we're just kind of having a conversation here. One of the things that I feel is very important is how you word your opinion or how you word your criticism when it comes to anything in any video or an Instagram post or anything. You have to be very well-mannered about it. You can't just be a dick. You can't just say things and brace yourself up because of, for example, your experience and the scene. It doesn't matter. I know a lot of people who've been in the scene for 20 years or whatever, like the veterans who do like military things, and they've never ever talked down upon me because I'm shit. I just started painting and everything. These people are always been so nice, but there are some people that I've seen, especially on YouTube videos, because YouTube comments are crazy, man. They're like real crazy.
You're brutal.
They're
brutal,
brutal,
bro.
man. Like on Instagram, you always get, oh man, that's so lit, man. That's so fire. Yeah, I love it,
On
You go
Instagram,
on-
people just scroll and they do not have time to comment.
Yeah. But then on YouTube, you get people like,
You suck. Oh my
demanding,
god, what are you
"You
doing?
suck. Oh my god, what are you doing? Yeah, like
I've been doing this
I
for
don't know.
30 years. You're nowhere near my level.
Yeah, no, it's very crazy. 'cause,
Yeah, I mean,
obviously
like-
just, yeah. You go.
No, I mean, like, obviously, I know I just started like 4 or 5 months ago. Like, currently, we're hitting 5 months mark, but that doesn't mean that I'm worse than you, bro. Even though when you have 30 years of experience, you know what? I put in time, I put in effort. So I don't know, man. Seriously, and the pace of everybody's learning capabilities is very very different. So even when you have like years and years of experience, you might not have done whatever I did or what I've been through. So don't judge. If you want to criticize, come on, I welcome that, but please do it in a civilized way instead of like calling people morons or whatever on comments. Dude, that's just not nice, man. That's just not
Yeah,
nice.
it's just
Not
you
to,
have to be
not to
really nice.
anybody.
I remember when I first met Justin and I watched his video. What was it? Your Mark II video? Was it your Mark II? I think it was.
Yeah, that was
Right?
my second.
His second
Yep,
video. I gave him some criticism, but I didn't make it sound like an ass. You know, it was kind of like, you know what, you could do this, you could
exactly,
do that,
exactly.
and that's it. I mean, but I mean, it's all about the way you word it, right? And everybody,
Yep.
more than anything, what I kind of want to say is like the community is very wholesome. Like Bart, he's really good. Bart is really, really good at what he does. Like, I feel like out of all of us, he has this kind of combined knowledge, right, on how to paint
Yeah, man.
and how to like
Thanks.
Seriously.
LEDs, anything like this. This guy's a monster, and you know, he's very nice about it. He's very nice about it, right? Nico Tejeda,
You know, but
Ryan, like all of these guys, they're really big and they're like another level, but you know, they're
hmm
really nice, very wholesome.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So what the hell are you, bro? 30 years of experience. You should be the one doing the videos, not me,
Yes.
right?
A
So
lot of people, yeah, a lot of people need to just kind of stay back a little bit. I mean,
anyway,
criticism is always welcome, but
yeah.
anyway, Bart, how are you? What are you doing? How's everything over there in your side of the world?
It's like um, uh, the pandemic is like killing me. I hate that I can't order the kids. We can't get what we want in
but
Poland. Yeah.
I think both of us, me and Bart, we have the same problem, other than Chris and Jazz over here. I mean, Jazz is still doing back alley dealings with with the Gundam kids. Like,
Yes, I am.
like, you want a kid? You want a kid? I'll throw in a decal just for you, bro.
So it's difficult to get things over there in Europe right now, especially in Poland. Then.
Yeah, we have the deliveries are stopped or they are stuck somewhere, and it's even worse than it was before, and it was getting really good.
Yeah.
But the all the coronavirus situation, like really, like nowadays, like everyone is like really thirsty when there is a delivery in a Polish shop, it like disappears in one day, like really you for
Yeah,
the
everybody is just so desperate, isn't it?
yes, we are thirsty for kids.
That's
Thirsty for kids.
it's
It's
crazy.
true,
There's a
man.
world pandemic and everyone wants to buy kits. It's crazy. That's the only thing that's on our mind is buying
I feel
kits.
for me here in Canada, it's easy to get kits still. Like I can still order kits. Obviously, some of them are back ordered because some of the suppliers are from Japan, right? But there's still a lot of kits coming in, and you can order them. They'll take a while to get here, but you know that you can get them. I
Forget
think
it.
what's difficult right now is the primer. It's primer, man. Primer is like I think Chris said it best on our
That's
chat.
a no problem here.
No, he said primer is worth in gold or whatever. What did you say? It's
That's what Justin said. He says gold right now.
yeah, it's gold right now, man.
Liquid gold.
Yeah, because if you
I
go
saw
on New
that
Type,
everywhere.
New Type doesn't have any primer. I think Spray Gunner doesn't have any primer. USA Gundam Store doesn't have any primer. I went to Amazon; they're selling it double the price. So you're like, I'm not gonna pay double the price.
No,
Then
it's crazy.
now I ordered some off eBay, and it told me 2 months for delivery, and I was just like, I just canceled it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth the wait. The primer is scarce right now, and I've been wanting primer, so I have to buy spray cans because I want the liquid, the Mister Primer or whatever it is, Mister Surfacer. But
Yep.
it's really difficult to get. But you said over there it's fine. Did you say that there's a lot of primer in Poland?
There is no problem with chemicals here. We are
What?
yeah, we have everything. Like
So just Poland is sitting on this gold mine of chemicals to just paint.
yeah, because as a hobby country, we have a lot of modelers in military planes,
Oh,
ships,
really?
tanks. Yeah, this is
Just not on Gunplas.
yeah. No, Gunpla is a very beginning, let's say, community, but
It's a niche. It's a niche right now.
yeah, it's still a niche.
Oh, okay. All right. So then you guys can get primer. Well, that's good because as we can see, as you guys can see over here in the slides, going on to our
Mm-hmm.
slide, the red frame Kai, the MG Astray, the master grade. Man, this is a really nice looking kit. I just got the perfect grade 2 weeks ago. Um, and this looks great. I was thinking about getting the master grade, but I felt like the perfect grade would be better. What can you tell us about this kit, Bart, over here that you did?
Yeah, I mean the kit is quite old, let's say, from the point of the engineering and some of the uh, ideas how they did it, but cannot say wrong anything about if it comes to posability and the poses that you can get from the kit. Like it's incredible if you like to play with a kit and change the pose it stands on the shelf. That's the dream kit, even though it's quite old. I mean, it's more than 10 years now.
Really?
Yeah,
This is from
Really?
where's the frame, the red frame from? Is it from Seed? From Gundam
yeah,
Seed?
it's from Gundam Seed, that's right. And
Oh.
you can say it much, to be honest. It's canon fodder
Hmm.
in the series.
You what did you use on this? You use a metallic red on it?
Yeah, this was my second attempt of doing the candy coating. So
Uh-huh.
it consists of 3 layers. The first one is a black gloss base. On it, I
Uh-huh.
spray the chrome as the underneath for the color, which is the clear red. And the inner frame was like a black chrome, so it's like a contrast between the red and the gold one here. It's also the same primer and the same chrome, but I use clear orange on it.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Wait, you used
So
orange on
So
it?
yeah, it's clear orange. It looks so goldy. It's incredible.
It does. I would have never guessed
it
that.
does.
Download it.
I mean orange.
So what are your correct steps? Like I mean, like narrate them in a specific order. So let's say I want to do like a chrome color. So
Yeah.
what are the steps? Because I've been trying to get like really chrome. All I can get is really shiny silver. It's not chrome.
Yeah, I
So
think the
how
problem
do you
is
get that?
it's finding the good brand. I mean, you probably have different brands. You Justin, I heard that I don't know if you can get those
Gaia notes, yeah.
Gaia paints. Apparently, those can give good results. Only thing that you need to remember that you need to have a gloss base, like a gloss primer. I have a primer that is literally gloss, and on it
Okay.
you just do this chrome, and the effect you should be looking for is like something like a mirror.
Yep.
Yeah, with
That's proper chrome.
yeah, that should be proper chrome. I cannot do it with I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I'm the brand is Alclad here in Europe that is well known for having the chrome paints, but I have problems of doing the full mirror, so I cannot see my reflection in it. But I think it looks good enough on the pictures. The shine is it's like a metallic.
Dude, you know, for most of my builds, like for example, the Sazabi build where I really try out, like really want to get the super chromey feel, right?
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
proper chrome. I talked to you before, right? I mean, I'm trying to get the chrome, but it came out just silver. Right. I don't know what happened, right? Probably because of my paint, because you don't get the correct pigments. And what I did, my steps was to prime it black first, and then silver on top, the really shiny silver, and then I put a top coat, a super gloss top coat on top, and then only the chrome color. But still, it didn't came out that way. So I don't know, man. I'm struggling in this field because, for example, right now the RGX that I'm building, the sword itself is chrome. So, and then when you cut the runners off, you're gonna get chips, a little bit of chips that is not chrome. And I would love to fix that thing, but you know what? I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. So probably I'm limited by.
I didn't do it like do a clear paint before applying the chrome. Like if you have a black primer, then do the clear paint, so you have it all shiny, and on it try the chrome. It should yield
Oh.
similar result.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel I don't know. I feel like I'm scared. I'm intimidated by like metallic kind of like chrome because I've heard and I've read from a lot of people that it's difficult to pull off. Just like I mean Justin, I mean for him it's difficult right now because he hasn't done it. I haven't even like tried it. Um, but yours it looks great. It looks great on here. Like when I first saw this picture, one it doesn't look anything like the red frame Kai. I feel like the candy color is really nice because normally you see this on the Sasaki,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not like one of the things I guess for me though is I'm not really a big fan of like super reflective surfaces. I feel like that's something like Chris would like because Chris says
Right.
he likes his he says he likes his kit like cars, right?
That's a Ferrari right there, man. It's like a red
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ferrari.
I was going for a Ferrari vibe also
Yep.
here. Like,
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
See, there it is. So you guys are like on the same wavelength when it comes to that. That's really nice, man. That's really what do you think would be the difference between okay, so I know this is a really basic question, but since I began to paint this week and I'm almost finished with my build, um, I was asking and I was looking online what is the difference between gray primer, white primer, and black primer? Like what? Because I have white primer and I have gray primer. I don't have black. But what is the difference? And I read that it's the shade that you get from the top color, right? Is that the same for
Yep.
metallic? Is that the same for like the gloss chrome that you said that you have?
Oh yeah, that'll definitely affect that as well.
right, but I mean, the shade of the chrome that you will get should be different depending on the primer that you used, right? But the one because I'm using everything from one brand, they have only in black. But they also give like two different chromes. They have like a black chrome and a normal chrome, and I use those two brands to differentiate the output color, let's say, of a red. If I would like a red that is more deep or more light, right?
Okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
if there would be like a white gloss base, right? The color would be more vibrant, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's the difference. All right. Very very cool. And what can you tell us about this Gundam Bale? Is it right? That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah,
Pronounce
that
it
was
as Bile.
yeah that
Is it Bale or is it Bale? Because it's a demon, right?
Yeah.
uh, yeah
No,
Angel.
he's the first Gundam, right? The king uses the one that the king uses.
yeah the number in the lore is number one of the all Gundam IBO frames.
Yeah.
It's still a demon.
It's still a demon. That's right.
Yeah.
The idea here on this kit was because I was doing the IBO kits in a what if scenario. So spoilers a little here from the show. This would be this particular version because it has Tekadan logos. It would be at the end of the
What
show.
if?
Yeah, what if, and the Tekadan would get it, and it would be the Guardian of the Mars.
Ooh.
Oh,
Whoa.
very nice.
Yeah,
I
they,
like-
they
going
stole
I
it. They
like
stole it
that.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. So if Orga didn't die, so Orga will be piloting this thing.
That's
instead.
exactly.
Because-
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fire.
Oh, that's fire, man.
that's fire.
Because Orga, it makes sense because Orga had the surgery as well. He can definitely pilot it because he had Ayala Viñada, right?
Yeah, and
and all
he didn't have a
and-
suit.
and-
I really
yeah, he
hate
didn't
that.
have a suit.
I really
My-
hate that
Right.
he never had one. Like why? Like he was one of my favorite characters. Like,
My
why-
idea was that McGillis gave it to them after they won.
Well, what's your opinion on McGillis? I mean, let's talk about that real quick. What's your opinion
Oh,
on
I
McGillis?
love the character.
Yes. Okay. I love him.
He's a good antagonist, and I really love complex antagonists, which I can like feel him because he wasn't a bad person. He's like a Marvel Thanos, right? For
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
He's a bad person with good intentions.
Yes. Yeah, and I
Can you say that?
love this concept in writing and in stories.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean the only thing would be the pedal part, which I did not like. That was only the part
I
that
don't
I
know.
was kind of.
Yeah, the butt
Well,
slave.
yeah, he was married. Wasn't he married to like a 9-year-old, 10-year-old? How old
Oh,
was he?
Yeah.
You mean the pedo part? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, man. No, come on.
Yeah,
bro.
but
Dude, that shit is
Yeah, but-
wrong, bro. That shit is wrong,
This is
man.
weird.
But it's that they were royalty, and that was normal to have diplomatic marriages at the time when the girl was ready for being a wife.
But she's far from ready, bro.
Yeah,
No,
he's
She's
like,
flat.
she can have children.
no, she can't. No, that was
She's
that,
flat, bro.
that was just really weird for me. That was really weird. But Miguel,
Yeah.
aside from all of that, from that part, because that's the only part that I did not like about him. I loved him. I loved him.
How
I
many
really
how
wish
many
that
suits does he have total? He pilots like what, 4 suits or 3?
Three.
Like
Free.
Yeah, 3.
Three.
He got the Grimgate, he got the Bael, he got the Bael, and then
He also had
He-
some
he-
custom grace in the second
yeah,
season.
custom grace. Yep, custom grace at the beginning of the second season, right? Where he was just impulse, like he was just like joining into the fleet and fight.
Yeah.
If
where
I'm
he
not
would help-
mistaken.
Yeah, where he would help out. Yeah.
Exactly. So
But I'm-
yeah,
They need more master grades of this show, man. Seriously, like it's kind of upsetting. It's
We
like
just have to wait a little.
it's been 5 years,
we
man.
just have to wait. We just have to
need a master
wait.
grade. We just need a master grade Barbatos. That's all we need. I mean, a perfect grade Barbatos. That'd be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Lupus Rex.
Speaking of,
Yeah, just go
Exactly.
straight to
Oh,
Lupus
Lupus-
Rex. Why they're gonna do the big bulky form, perfect grade, just to make everybody
Speaking
mad.
of Barbatos,
yeah, let's move on to the next slide.
we have this Barbatos, man.
Yeah.
This is some nice looking Barbatos, man.
Which one did you do first?
Dude, I prefer the Galahorn.
Have the blue one or the
Yep.
black on the screen?
The Galahorn.
Oh yeah, that was my first one. This is my first painted kit. I was
The
thinking.
color scheme is lit, man. Seriously lit. It's like crazy lit, man. Seriously.
Yeah,
the
I-
color scheme is.
This was your
Yeah,
first
Delicious.
kit?
Yeah, that is my first painted kit.
So this is the Barbatos 100 no grade, or what was it?
Yes, that's the no grade.
That's the reborn, right? With the katana.
Yeah, I mean they are all no grades as
Yeah.
they just 1 to 100.
But this is your first one. This is your first one that you ever painted, right?
Yes, that's the first one. I just wanted to go like something that wasn't done with the color scheme and the idea. Here was the idea that the Galarhorn snapped the Barbatos, and they
Because
Oh,
Galahorn is purple. The hair is purple. He likes the
Yeah.
suits to be purple and blue as well. Yeah, man. It really, really shouts Galahorn. Seriously.
Dude, I'm loving your thought process, Bart. Like I'm really loving the way you're putting your color
exactly.
schemes into
I
the
mean-
models.
You have
Bart has come up with a whole what if world. So what
Yeah, like-
if?
Because you really like IBO, right? So you get all your
Yeah.
inspiration from this, and then you kind of make it like a theme around what you want, and then you build it. You don't just build to build or paint to paint, right?
yeah, I wanted a story behind those kids from IBO. That's right.
So you're over here writing
Okay.
fan fiction and painting.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay, wait. Speaking on concept, I'm pretty sure everybody right now watching, and us included, would like to know what's the story behind the Devil King, the Lupus Rex.
Oh yeah.
I mean, with the gold chain, and the fur. I mean, it just reminds me of The Godfather, like Italian mob. I
yeah,
don't
the
know, man. But what's the
Good one.
vibe?
He's a
idea here was like again if Tekadan won at the end of the IBO, right? So Mika would grow up, and that would be his suit, and he would be the king of the earth, and Orga would be the king of the Mars.
Ooh.
One would be with this
Oh.
a pair with the bile, and I wanted it to be like more aggressive, let's say, because like the colors of the Barbatos for me doesn't go with the Mikazuki character, but
Not at all.
I wanted it to be more aggressive. The fur itself, because I was at the point of like trying to make like custom capes
Yeah.
or some custom clothes, and I was thinking about something that what would make him look more badass, something like that.
I
Nothing.
feel I feel like the little fur comes off as like he's kind of like pompous, you know, kind of like a show off, you know,
Yeah.
kind of like
I
taunting someone, kind of like come at me, you know.
Well, he's the king.
yeah.
The king gotta
Well,
wear
ladies,
fur.
wait. Let me just ask you something. Bart, your content, your content, your pictures, your gun plus, they're all kids friendly, right? PG-13, right? Just answer this real quick for me. Are they PG-13?
I think yes. I think,
Okay,
yeah.
is that why you added out the cigar that the Devil King is holding with the hand like this?
Yeah, it's the cigar, right? It should be there.
Oh yeah, it
The
should. It's
Devil
like
King would look so badass with a cigar. You know, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Justin, your camera is glitching out horribly, man.
I just
Yeah,
see,
it
I
looks
just
so
see
funny.
this. I just see him doing this. Like,
Yeah, it's glitching out, man. It's kind of like you're going into the Matrix. You might want to turn off your camera and then turn it back on.
oh man,
Seriously, it looks fine.
oh man.
Turn it back on.
There you go.
Yeah, it's good.
There you go.
Back.
You'll see it. You'll see it when if you watch the stream.
Yeah, it was
Rewatch it.
incredible.
It was funny.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We were just kind of like.
Oh yeah.
It says Chiquito's over here on the chat. So saying hi to everybody on the chat. We got the cinematics, Nicholas. We have my mom again. Hi, mom. I
Hola,
love you.
mama.
But
Hola,
Chiquito
mama.
says, did Bart participate in the past GBWC?
I wish.
No.
So we were just talking about this with Bart before we got into before we went live. We were talking about how if he can enter the GBWC, but you said you can't, right?
It's impossible for me as a resident of Poland.
Yeah. So apparently the GBWC they don't have any like a committee like in Poland, so it's difficult for him. I feel like
That's not fair.
maybe it's not fair because I feel like there might be a lot of talent out there. No, not there might be. There is a lot of talent out there that can't enter these contests, that can't show off exactly what they can do. Because I know Bart will probably build something amazing for GBWC.
I mean,
Exactly.
I would probably try.
For those who don't know, actually, Bart was the winner of our contest last month. He
Yep.
entered, and he
His-
won. With the rescue
Yep.
kit. And I mean, this guy just has so many things up his sleeve. I think my favorite part of Bart is how he said he likes to do things that are completely different to what other people have done. He completely likes to stick away from the norm. And we can see it here on his Lupus Rex. And we can also see it over here in his Grimguard.
And he says he never
which
paints
is,
it stock, which I love. No stock colors.
And this
Oh, man, come on.
this Grimguard is just amazing. I mean, you guys see this thing? When I
Yep.
saw, wasn't that the picture that we used for the first promo?
I think yes. I think it.
Yep.
That's the same picture.
Yep.
right?
I use that picture because first thing first, it looks cool. It has a black background instead of white, so easier to do graphics on them.
Yeah.
I'm changing background
But-
sometimes.
But the thing is that the Grimguard itself, it just looks so cool. It's just so handsome.
It doesn't even look like a real thing. It looks kind of like graphic art, you know? Kind of looks like it's animated.
Kinda. I would say that too. Man.
I don't know. I
It's
forget if
so
we
good.
asked you in the first episode of when you first showed up, what is your setup when you're taking photos again? You do have like a professional camera, right?
No, I'm using a cell phone only.
He's
Or-
using his cell phone only. Like, that's crazy. man.
Skills.
Yeah, but I invested in a light box, so all the pictures with the white background, there are from
Uh-huh.
the light box, and the difference
So-
is it's colossal to be
Mhm.
honest.
Oh, it's colossal. Okay,
It's
so
colossal.
what happens if you get a great a Gunpla that has like such big armory and weapons and all that? It doesn't fit into the light box. What would you do?
I mean, I bought a big one. No, the
Oh,
biggest.
cool.
Yeah, I bought two
That,
light
that,
boxes
that,
and I returned them. I bought them, took a bunch of pictures. I was like, oh man, my Exia couldn't fit in it, and I was like, nope, returning it.
yeah,
Goodbye.
but with the Hyakushiki, I had problems when it's like was pointing that big
Oh,
sniper rifle.
yeah, the big old
Exactly,
can is like this
exactly.
long.
Right?
It was really hard to get a good shot with the full
What?
kit.
How did you get? This is a flat finish, right? This mat.
Yeah, both of those are matte finishes. That's right.
Okay. All right. Because this is because I really like this
Okay.
Grimguard photo.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay, so generally speaking, I do get a lot of questions that about on doing flat top coats. So, what are the tricks from getting frosting on flat top coats? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like to find out in the live show as well.
Oh, I mean, if you uh, if I do the candy, I didn't talk about this, but when you do a candy coat, because it's so
Mm-hmm.
all the surfaces get so reflective, they reflect light so good. I do not weather them. I do not even panel line them. It just stays
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like that. Like I did it with the red frame, with the Shimusha, with the Epion. I just left them like this because the light is doing all the work. Because the first
Mm-hmm.
idea of doing the panel lines and the weathering is to get more contrast with the light.
Exactly.
And in those shiny kits, it is already there. And by doing those processes, you can also like destroy a little of those that candy coat that you were going for.
Yeah, you would reverse the effect instead, right? So
Yeah. So for if you like this dry brushing, pre-shading, all of that stuff, you should do those matte finishes because uh, the matte finishes
but
also
it's
look
like mhm.
more real, to be honest. If I My wife always says that she doesn't like those shiny things. She likes
Uh-huh.
the matte finishes because they look more real. They have for her there are more details. You can do more details.
I'm
I,
inclined.
They
I'm
I
do,
hate
they
inclined
I
to
do.
hate
go with her.
glossy black models, like models that are like really like glossy black. I don't know. That's like ugh. That's just me
I
though.
I feel like I have to agree with his wife. I mean, the matte finishes for me are a lot better than shiny. That's why I said in the beginning I don't like shiny finishes on them. I think a good matte finish makes it just feel real. It makes it doesn't make it stops looking like plastic. And obviously with the shiny, you can make it look like metal, right? Like you did with your Astray, because your Astray doesn't look like it's plastic anymore. Um, but
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I do feel like a good matte finish like this Grimguard right here specifically, it goes
Mm-hmm.
a long way. It goes a long way. So you don't panel line them at all when you're doing kind of like a flat finish.
no, the candy finish I do
Oh,
not
the
do.
candy finish, the candy finish.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yep.
that's. Did you do pre-shading on this too?
yeah.
All right, very nice, very
The,
subtle.
the, the Green Gerda is my second painted kit. Yeah, and I many new techniques I tried on this one, and uh, even the decals I tried to do them because there are no uh, dedicated decals to Grimgard. So I just went
Yep.
from different kits and I was going for an asymmetric decal. So like on the head, there is everything is I try to do that isn't symmetrical on both legs. There are different shapes.
Okay,
The
Yep.
idea here is like
That's super creative, man. Seriously, super creative.
very nice,
Seriously.
very nice. Let's go on to the next one. What do we have on the next one over here? Man, you have so many
But
visuals. Man.
Hold on, hold on,
What,
hold
what's
on,
up? What's
hold
up?
on,
yeah,
hold on. No, Bart didn't answer the question.
What question?
How do you
the
get?
answer.
How do you avoid?
We
How
just
do
kept
you
going
avoid
on.
frosting? How do you avoid frosting on flat top coats?
To
Because
be
the
honest,
biggest problem with flat.
yeah, I don't even know that term frosting. So
Seriously,
yeah,
it's like when. But what are the steps? What are the steps that you took? I mean, like when you do the flat top coat thing, or you just spray it normal. That's it.
yeah, yeah, that's the case. I do not do anything special. Just spray it.
Yeah,
Why are
I
you so
feel like
lucky? Because I
I
get
feel
frosting, man.
yeah, I feel like okay. So Justin, for guys who don't know in the chat or people watching and Bart too, I remember when I first did my first flat finish, which I just matte coated my Double Zeta Gundam, the Verka version. He asked me the
Mhm.
same thing. He's like, "How did you not get any frosting?" I feel like, can you? How did you get your frosting again? You said it was on the a stray, right?
No, I get my serious, crazy frosting when I was doing the Mach 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Just,
he got some frosting, and now he's traumatized with frosting.
I think he added too much. I think you put it too much thinner on, or the clear coat you used was
uh-huh.
either I think either it was like a lacquer or the other or the enamel. And so when you put the enamel clear coat on top of the lacquer, I think it melts it. I think
No,
or
no,
it's like
I'm
vice
using,
versa.
I'm using the, I'm using Tamiya's flat coat.
Okay.
Back
Yeah.
then, back then. But my problem has been
I
solved
think it was. I
since
think it's
then.
a Tamiya because I used a Tamiya flat on my RG new, and I got a little bit of frosting too. So I don't know, but I think I just added too much thinner
So
too.
probably it's because of the brand.
Brand and too much thinner, I think. Because I know me and you like to use a lot of thinner because we like to stretch it. So I think it might be
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
too much
I
thinner.
know that the advice that I will get it's not very good, but every time that I have like some kind of chemical problems, because that frosting apparently is a chemical reaction of some sort, and I can solve it with like changing the pressure or changing the technique on the airbrush, or I just change the
Mm-hmm.
brand completely, and it disappears the problems. Like that there is something with
Okay.
that people are going step by step. In some spot there is some kind of a chemical reaction, and you just change the chemicals if you
Doesn't
have.
frosting have to do with temperature?
I don't think
It
so.
does. It does.
No.
It does. It
Or I
does.
remember, yeah,
It does.
if you do it in if you do it in a cold environment, it'll frost. Like colder
It
than
will.
not
It will
super
get.
cold.
Yep.
What?
It does because I did solve my problem by shaking it vigorously, and then after that, submerging the whole thing in like warm water.
Oh, you had to warm it
And
up a
then when I
little bit.
spray it, I warm it up a little bit, and then when I spray it, it became better. I even open up the window. I let in the sun so that it's exposed to the sun. You know, like in Asia, it's really hot.
Start breathing on it.
No, no,
Start
no, you won't get. But seriously, it's. I mean, I'm traumatized by frosting.
I mean,
I'm traumatized by flat coat.
It ruins the paint job.
Even because even until now, where
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable with it already, I still get that kind of fear, phobia when I'm spraying it and
I
waiting for the
understand it
frosting to happen.
completely.
I'm like, yeah, man, I'm just so scared of it. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like
There's still
psychological
no.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's still no like a solid solution. That's why I've been asking everybody I've seen doing flat top comment, how do you avoid frosting? How do you avoid frosting? How do you avoid frosting? You know?
My guy
It's
knows.
frosting, right?
You gotta get the good clear coat, basically.
Yeah, I know. All right, so enough of that. Let's move on
Enough
to
said.
my favorite build. Yeah, to my favorite build, man. Two of my
Yeah, these are
favorite
my two
builds
favorites
from Bart.
Yeah, these are my two favorites.
From Bart is in one single slot. Man, come on, that's the best thing.
All right, so
All right,
what did you do to
so
what did you do here?
We
Gushan. Let's talk about the Gushan, the fat boy.
Fat boy.
yeah
The fat boy. It's a big boy, man.
yeah. To be honest,
It's a fat.
the Gushon was the ugliest Evo design and the kit that came out. Like when I built it, I was like, "What the hell is this?" Like it was so awful. But I wanted to build the other one because in the kit itself you have an option of building the remake or the original Gushon. And my wife,
Oh,
no,
really? Oh, cool.
no,
Cool.
yeah, but you have only one inner frame, so that's the down part. So you have leftover parts with that you can't assemble a full kit. But my wife said that she liked this one, and I said, oh, okay, she will not let me like hide it anywhere, so I have to paint it so I can look at it.
Yep.
Wait, so she likes
Okay.
you painted it because she likes it.
Yeah, and I thought to
Dude, you
myself,
gotta make You gotta make the wife happy, man.
No,
Happy
Happy
wife,
wife, happy life, man. Happy wife, happy life.
That's the recipe, right? And I wanted to go again with something different. I thought let's try the camo here, right? And on the kit itself is like 5 different layers, going from black to 4 different shades of green. So I masked it 4 times.
Vigorously.
Yep. When and I also added a little like a gilly, we call it in, I think in English, right? This camo coat. I put it on him for the be like extra spicy.
Now, on the cargo cape, do you paint it at all or anything, or do you like clear coat it, or you just put it on there and just is good to go?
Yeah, the cape itself is just a part of an old scarf that we bought, and I just painted it green.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
literally thought that you went for the military.
Just about to raid his
military
wife's
route.
closet.
No, because if I would go for it, it wouldn't be scale, right?
Dude, you gave me ideas now, man. I'm thinking like my wife's gonna hate me for this, but yeah, I'm gonna do
The
it.
fur
bro.
from Barbados was a winter jacket, a fur from a winter jacket.
Ooh.
So you were basically like,
damn.
you want to paint this ugly kid, I'm gonna steal a scarf from you.
Yeah. I just need this part right here, just this little corner. That's all I need.
That's right.
You know, that's very cool because you can tell the imagination that you have when it comes to all of these things. Because for a lot of veterans, and some of the things that I used to talk to Justin and Chris about was when I visited with some of these veteran guys, they told me all these ideas on how they make things look so. In this case, because you did camouflage and it's military, what they do to create these things, like some of them use just paper and they crumple it up and then they put glue on top of it so it looks kind of like the mesh that goes over tanks and looks real. You know, so all these crazy things. I thought this was like something that you build or you bought yourself that looks kind of like the little thing that they put over like snipers for camouflage. But it turns out it's just a scarf, right?
Yeah, it looks like a real legit like camo net. Like,
yeah,
the cargo net.
was hiding. Yeah, because it was white, and to be honest, I didn't even see it like this. But my wife came to me and showed it like, look, this could be a mesh coat, right? And I said, what? And she said, look at it. And then I painted, and yes, it was exactly like.
Look at this.
I didn't see it because it was in a creepy
Dude, I just love it. I just love the fact that your wife is very much involved in helping you as well in your hobby. She would give opinions. She would give you props. I mean, come on, man. You know, what else could you ask for? What else?
No, I mean I get it because because I've been talking to Bart about my build that I've been doing painting. The only reason I went red on my Sasori was because my wife was like, if you're gonna paint that kit, I want it to be red, or else don't paint it, right? Because that's her favorite suit. That's her favorite suit as a Sasori. She's like, I want it to be.
I totally get it.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll make it red. I'll buy another one and I'll paint that one. Hence why I bought another one, because that way I can customize that one myself. But this is red because of her, right? Because she's like, I don't want it any other color. You keep it red. So every time I change the color, or I was like, oh, I'm gonna do the inner frame, bronze. I showed it to her, and she's like, yeah, I like it. I'm like, okay, we'll keep it that way. So it's very nice to see that your wife is also kind of like that. But I'm glad that you kind of like share with us that she was the one who brought the initial idea to you, telling you that it was the mesh, right? That's really cool.
Yep.
That's really sweet.
Exactly. It's really, really good. Really, really good. You never expect it to be like a scarf. You thought it was bought in a military hobby shop. That's the thing. So good. It's so good. All right. So the Gushan, the bad boy, the fat boy who eats a lot of McDonald's apparently. So let's move on to Shakushiki. Oh my God, the Black Sun.
I didn't even like that kit. I didn't like that kit because it was like all gold when I first saw it. So I was like, I don't like that kit. But then, when Bart made it, I was like, man, that looks like I want that kit now. Like, I want it.
Dude, when Bart made it, fine, he made it. And then when he made it with that orange, I'm like, bro, seriously? I'm like, I was scrolling through Instagram, and I'm like, ooh, Black Sun, yo, with the orange. Oh my god! I mean, like you got me with the orange part,
Yeah,
and
the
the
orange
way you
is
use.
such an unappreciated
Oh,
color in Gunpla. You see so little kids
so little of it, right?
with orange, yellow, yeah.
Right.
Because it's really, I think personally, it's really hard to make it work. To, but those colors can shine, I think, if they are like a
Paired
supplementary.
up. Yep, yep, yep. Not on the full kit, obviously. I mean, but as an
Yeah,
accent color, those things, the orange stuff works really, really great.
I think I think it works as a whole kit too. I think what was it, second week of our Gunpla contest here on DTS, we got a Lamborghini inspired build using orange. This shade of orange
Mm,
specifically is very nice when you pair it with a really good contrast. In this case, the gray, just like kind of
mm-hmm,
like Justin's Foss, right? That's what
yeah,
you used
mm-hmm.
on it, and that contrast, except you
Yep,
used it more of an accent color, just the way that
yep.
Bart over here is doing with his Hyakushiki. It works really nice. Now, Bart, you know, you have these lore, these ideas in your mind all the time when you're building, and you have this theme. What exactly is the Black Sun? What is the lore behind this guy? Because he's really cool.
yeah. The worst thing is that I didn't have the idea for this one as the lore. If you are asking me, I just wanted it to be different. Just go away
Mm-hmm.
with the gold. Uh, Go away with try something new. But I think now when you ask me this question, I think now I know why it was like probably so hard for me to, because it was hard for me to finish this kit. I didn't feel it going through
Okay.
like the planning process. I didn't have an idea for it. I knew I wanted to do it, but I had like a blank mind thinking about what this should be. I didn't have a story for it. Now that you asked me that the question, probably this was the case that it went, because for all my IPO kits, I immediately like I had an idea what this will be, what is
Okay.
the story like. But here I was trying to like go just for a cool looking kit. I wanted to do the
Mm-hmm.
LED lights right inside. That was my first
Yep.
adventure in this,
Oh
and
yeah, man.
it was frightening to do something for the first time after a long time, like because doing the painting itself, I like for I think that I didn't try to level up anything. I didn't try anything new for a long time. I think for a year now.
Mm-hmm.
And doing the LED lights was like so scary. Like I like understand like a little better people now when they try to do something new like painting first time, airbrushing and doing all those things, right? Decals, top coating, all of those steps that aren't anything special for me now. Like uh, I can feel how it can be so hard for the people trying to learn it. Like for example, you are everything, yeah, right, that you do is an adventure for you now, probably, right?
Yeah,
Everything.
it is. I mean, it's it's difficult, and I'm glad I can finally talk about this because I can say that I actually did something now. Because for the longest time on the panel, I've been like the baby, right? Because I haven't painted, I haven't done much, and the hardest thing I had done before doing what I did this week was water decals, and I mean water slides, and just doing a flat coat on top of my, like I said, double Zeta. But I was able to sit down and paint. And I know you've been a really cool supporter of like what I've been doing because I've been talking to you, Bart, on Instagram about this stuff. You know, because I do understand. You probably wish I did something different to it, but I have it right here, which is my this is my first painted kit,
Woo
and
woo!
it's it's finally built. I still got to paint the hands and everything, but I think I went all out with what I could do, and it has been an adventure. The pre-shading, the armor and everything, it's just been really nerve wracking
Yeah,
with like the armor. I was really scared of doing the armor, and I think I told the guys, and I just told everybody that I've talked to about it. It's like I don't want to get to the armor because the armor is going to be very difficult. And then yesterday I
Especially the
started doing
leg,
my
that one big
pre-shading.
piece, that one corner piece on the bottom,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Just
one that scares.
everything in
Yep,
general. I was
right
like,
there. That piece scares me, right there on the bottom.
but I was able to sit down and I was able to appreciate everything. and then I got this really nice red from it, and my wife was like, I was like, it's gonna be ugly, I think, and she's like, no, just try it and see how it's gonna look, and she loves it, and that's it. That's the only person I needed to, wow when it came to this thing. As long as she loves it, and it's been an adventure, and I just can't wait to build to paint another one because I already have
Exactly.
kits that I haven't put any decals on because what I want is I want to paint them and make them look nice. So I mean, I completely understand, and I'm sure you still have a lot more things to do because I'm sure you have so many ideas, Bart. I mean, just looking at your the fact that you bring lore into your stuff, your builds, that's my favorite part
Mm-hmm.
of the things that you do, because you give these things a story instead of just painting them and thinking, oh, it was a pretty color, that's why I put it on, right? That's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So really cool and inspiring
Did
when it
kids
comes to
that
art.
way. I
Huh?
mean, just for the color. I also did the kit just for the color. Like the Astray,
Uh
I
huh.
wanted to be like a
Mm-hmm.
Lamborghini. That's all. Nothing else. Like for the Shin Musha, yeah, I wanted it to be, because it's normally red. I wanted it to be blue. Like
Yeah.
there is no. But for the IBO kits, like I have a special place in my heart. I always try to do something that fits in the lore. That would be
Mm-hmm.
logical outcome.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's working really well. We have another picture of his black son over here, which is
Yeah,
so like you said, this is also in the light box. Is this also the light box?
yeah, yeah. That's also in the light box. I changed the background for the black to see how it would go, and I was quite happy with the result. Here I got this. The green eyes are the LED light inside the head,
Ooh.
So let me ask
shiny,
you.
right?
So after you did all that work on the LEDs, do you like
Yes.
LEDs?
Uh, I mean, it's much less stressful. The idea of doing it now is not so overwhelming like it was in that project. Like I was really scared of doing this. It was like first time soldering all those cables, everything. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know if it would work. The you have to do the wiring inside the Gundam, so the cables wouldn't stick out because it's for me it's like super ugly. If you have like
Mm-hmm.
a build kit and there are wires coming out of it, and then you can see the batteries and also at the feet somewhere. It's like it's for me it's breaking the immersion of the kit. Like so
Yep.
thinking of all of that, like the only cable, is it visible on this picture? No, it isn't. I also tried to frame it so the cable is not visible in the backpack.
Mm.
There is one part when you can see the cables, but uh, nothing too much. But now I'm less afraid because when I was doing this the first time when I put everything inside the backpack, all of the cables, apparently there was something wrong. It wasn't working as intended, and I had to disassemble it
Redo
again.
Oh God, that must have
And
sucked.
that was the scariest part, because I fitted it and it was working, but I couldn't like change the way the LEDs in the backpack are shining because there is
Mm-hmm.
a little chip, a little driver, and a remote control that can change the way the thrusters on the backpack are shining. They have different programs, and it
Mm-hmm.
isn't working. I made a mistake on the way the cables went to the chip, so I have to destroy my soldering to create it anew and then
Oh,
put it in the backpack like it was. But at the end of the project, I probably disassembled it for 10 times or something like that.
oh
And
my
for the
goodness,
10th
that's
one,
scary as
yeah,
hell.
it was like, okay, next, one more time, nothing will happen. It was, so now I'm less scared. So it's a good lesson. We are only scared for the first time. The first time is the worst. If you are thinking of painting, of doing something more to a kid, just scary for the first time. That's the lesson I got
I
from all of this.
Was this a kid that you posted on your, I think it was your stories, where you said, "Oh, it works," and then you're like, "Oh, it doesn't work." Oh,
Yeah, I
I think
remember
it's,
Yes,
that.
was this
I
the
Yeah.
same?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Yeah.
so
And
stressed
then
that I put out a big
remember
story
the
for this.
first. I remember the first story was like light show. You know, like he did the light show
Yeah,
with the
Yeah,
thrusters. And the next one, oh, I broke it. The
yeah,
next one, oh, he's gonna fix it.
yes,
yeah.
yeah. Because when you fit all of this inside, some solderings break, unfortunately. Yeah, and yeah,
That's the thing, man. That's the thing. That's the thing.
that's
But it's
yeah.
great that
Go ahead.
You just
it's
have
great.
to roll with
It's
it.
great that you're learning all this. But you know what? If you're looking for something new again, I suggest diorama, bro.
That's what I was about to say. A diorama, man.
It's time for you, buddy. It's time for you.
It's time. You have
It's time for
been
you, man.
chosen. You have been chosen.
I think
make
I
a
would,
diorama.
So
I
like,
will try.
I have done my very first diorama, and then like now I couldn't imagine a kid without a diorama to go with. You know, I just couldn't build a kid anymore without a diorama. Seriously.
Yeah, it
So
starts.
you gotta start doing diorama.
The immersion of the photos. It's the incredible. The
Oh,
trees,
definitely, man,
incredible.
definitely.
Your trees.
Definitely.
My wife got she got these kits. So this is the little SD. I know you don't like SDs, but this is the SD Sasabi because, like I said, it's her favorite. And she got the SD new over here.
That's cute.
And she's
Yeah,
like,
cute
you know,
ones.
she's like, you know what I'm gonna do? She's like, I'm gonna build a diorama. She really wants to build a diorama. So
Yeah,
please build
nice.
a diorama. Do it, Bart. Build us a diorama. You know, because I cannot wait to see. Because I mean, we were talking about the king, about how Orga has it. Like, I can imagine.
I can see it on a big
things you could
throne or something. Like, yeah.
do. Yeah, like a big throne. You got the King Barbatos,
Like-
right? The King of Earth.
Like
Yeah.
like the Games of Thrones, bro. And put a plastic pillow
Winter is coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the big.
with a fur.
Yeah.
Bro, it
With
makes
the fur.
sense.
Yeah, as I'm saying, you could do it, man. I mean, no pressure, of course, but I'm sure it'll look amazing. My brother, by the way, Christopher, he says that you're a good
Best name ever.
It looks like yeah, it looks like it reminds him of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I don't know why, but he says he really likes your Hyaku Shiki, and I think it's his favorite. I think it's everybody's favorite, but for me, it's the
Yep.
Guard. But yeah, man, I mean, your work is really inspiring. And I feel like I'm
Thanks.
just gonna try to get the same flat finishes as you can get. But anyway, going back to your pictures, what can you tell us about this? What is it? The Kimara's Trooper?
Yeah, that's right. This is the first time I tried out to kit bash here because the PAL drones are. I built it from 3 different parts. It's not the ones that it comes with, and also the shield. I added armor from the legs. I used the spare parts that I had from the kit from the Gusion and Gusion rebate.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And the idea here was that would be the kit if Kudelia had a kit in the story.
Ooh.
Kudelia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, the way you're throwing the lore into
Oh.
your builds is like is mind flipping me right now.
Maybe. And I wanted it to have like a royalty vibe because she is a little from the origins are
Princess. She's a princess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Of
Well,
Mars,
she's a
yeah, she's a
princess,
princess
come on.
of Mars, yeah.
yeah.
yeah. So
So if Kudelia has this, oh my gosh, she would reach her goal within like two months, not an entire year, man.
yeah.
So like, if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna crush you like this.
No, I feel like she wouldn't go through with the surgery. You know,
Oh yeah.
it'd be scary, or unless they do like the whole Gallahorn super surgery thing. Where,
Yeah. That probably would be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a problem. But yeah, I love it. I love the colors on this. What kind of green is that? That's kind of like what is that? Pork?
It's closer to
To
teal.
emerald? Yeah, like to
This
emerald?
one, it's Vallejo Mecha Metallic Green.
Oh man. So
Oh.
That's a nice green.
Um,
That's a really nice green.
Vallejo colors have been really nice. I didn't think they'd be as nice as they are, but that's what I used all my inner frame and Vallejo metal colors.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Actually, they're nice.
Yeah, they're
I
not
like
bad.
them.
at all.
The Mecha series is nice. Right.
Yeah, I would totally recommend Vallejo, but if you guys can get access to Modo and Modio, definitely try that. Modo is far more superior. Far more superior.
Then have you
Hands
used
down.
Vallejo?
I did on a couple of test pieces, but I don't like it. I didn't like it.
It's too
So I
thick
didn't
for
use
you,
it.
huh?
I think the Vallejo colors are good if you're going for matte finish. Nothing more.
The Vallejo finish, the skin finish is not as smooth as I want it to be. it's not as fine. You still get a bit of like an orange peel look out of it. So that's why I stopped using them.
Maybe it's your frosting, man. Maybe it's
No,
the
no, it's
first
not.
of your frosting.
The Frost King.
This has
Ice cold.
This has nothing to do with frosting anymore. It's the paint. It's the paint finish.
Ice cold.
I know. All right, and we also got this
Yeah.
shimi. Man, you have all these names on here. The
Shimura.
Shimusha.
What'd you call me?
Musha.
Yeah, that's
Shimusha, right?
the name of the kit, right?
Yeah.
Shimusha Gundam, yeah.
What is the lore for that? I don't even know the actual lore or where that kid is from or anything.
This one is from like a comic, I think.
Ah.
Some
Oh, is it from the manga?
I don't know if it's a if it was a manga, but it isn't like an official version anything anywhere in the anime. It's some kind of side.
Okay.
Okay.
I do like his
Okay,
shoulders
cool.
though. His shoulders are badass.
Yeah, it's when I see all the kit bashes, and if you are going for a samurai type of Japanese Gundam, those pauldrons, those shoulders are taken very often,
Oh yeah.
and the beard
Uh-huh.
from this kit is also taken very often for all the kit bashes.
It has the
But
granddaddy
seriously,
feet too.
I mean, like, the thing is that the blue, the baby blue, the baby candy blue, it's so good.
It's baby electric
It's so
candy
good.
blue.
Oh wow, baby electrified thunder lightning baby blue.
There you go.
I feel like this is a
Dude,
this is a difficult finish to get. Is this also with Chrome the way that you explained the first
Yes, the same way. Yeah, I try to master this. This is the second attempt. The Astray Red Frame was the first. This is the second. And
Yeah, man.
I mean, I like it how it came out, but once again, like if you are going like for the full candy, I would say, like I went here, like when we are
Mhm.
talking. So I don't know if I like it more. I think that the matte finishes have more character to them. But I really wanted my first dream when I started to paint was to do a candy type
Mhm.
Gundam, and at least I have this ticked off.
Yeah, but the thing is that I mean, as you grow, you will tend to like more realism rather than fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Like as you build, you want to make it as real as possible. So people will tend to stray away from candy coats, stray away from
Right.
like super gloss top coat and stuff like that, and start opting for like flat or semi gloss type.
Yeah,
And
it just catches
that's
your
how I
eye in the
see it as
beginning.
well.
Right.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Candy paint, these candy finishes and everything are kind of like an eye catcher, but matte finishes and to like most people who build Gundams and paint, and I've read it everywhere. Everybody prefers to do a matte finish than a gloss. I think maybe
Mhm.
it's because of that, or I think maybe because it's difficult to pull off. Because I do see a lot more people asking questions on how to pull off a shiny metallic look than people asking, "Hey, how do I get a matte finish?" Because matte finish is very
Right.
straightforward, right? So that's what I feel. Now, when we look at your unicorn, this is the kind of unicorn that I actually like. I actually like this unicorn. This is really, really nice. This is the RX Zero Gundam. This feels like it was a nightmare to pull off because of all the pieces that you had to individually.
Oh, I still have nightmares from painting.
Dude,
Never
dude,
again.
ask Chris on his Banshee. Come on, it's no joke. It's no joke.
Yes.
I mean, this kid is no joke.
Looking back on it, it's not that bad. It's just annoying, but it's not bad. It's just annoying.
But
Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying.
it loses the transforming gimmick. It's very hard to assemble and not to scratch the parts.
And the shield sucks. The shield absolutely sucks because on the arm there's like a little piece right there that the shield goes onto, and that piece is a transforming piece, so it just falls off. It's like, why would you put the shield on top of the transforming piece? Like, it makes no sense.
It was a. I mean, I wanted again to go for a unicorn that you would never see anywhere again. I never seen a unicorn in those colors with gold inner frame. The psycho frame here.
Well, that's why I made mine into a zebra.
Yeah.
It's a tiger, bro. It's a white tiger, man.
You just
No,
have to go for deeper immediately.
well, it's actually I actually did everything reverse. You know, like I was supposed to paint on the black first, the darker color, and then mask on the lighter ones. But I did it opposite. That's why it turned out into a zebra. It was supposed to be a snow camel. So yeah, so
Yeah,
sad.
no,
So
it's
sad.
difficult.
It's a. I don't care what you say, bro. It's a white tiger.
Yeah, aggressive cat.
All right, so let's not
Quirky, bro.
let's not talk about the unicorn. The world is milking the unicorn, and we don't like it.
Yeah,
I can see from Bart's face that he doesn't have any passion for unicorns, but he just did it for the sake of the unicorn. You know?
I don't know. The unicorn will always be. I hope it's a running joke eventually in our show because I'm tired of unicorns. But your unicorn
Probably.
is very nice, Bart. It's very.
Yo, so if we go to if we go to Japan, right, and we're all there, I'm not taking a picture in front of the unicorn. Okay.
no, you have.
No,
Or I'm gonna do
no,
something
I'm-
different in front of it. Like I'm not gonna do like the normal pose.
No, no,
We'll do the Ryan pose where he did it like the pose with the guy. That's what we're gonna do us three. We're just gonna do the pose.
But you know what, Chris? You will. Come on, don't.
And I
waste
will.
your
I'm
money,
gonna be
bro.
like,
You'll be doing Instagram story. Hey guys, this is where I'm at.
there's a reason why my nickname is Rotzi, because like in real life I just take pictures. Like I probably do like, oh man, I just take pictures all the time. Doesn't matter.
Wait, is
what I'm
that
doing.
why? Because it's like paparazzi?
Yeah, that's where I got my name from.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, there it is. GTS exclusive right here, like we say. Gunpla Razzi, there it is. Now it makes sense. So it's Gunpla Razzi.
Because all my homies were like, dude, stop taking, because like they'll like do something stupid, and I'll get it on my camera, and they're like, dude, really? Like, why are you recording me doing something stupid? And I would have all of it. They're like, man, you're a paparazzi, bro.
So you're that guy.
Yeah,
Huh?
no, I'm that
That
guy.
always the one standing in the corners silently and like taking people.
So if you ever talk shit about me, I'm like,
Cool.
bro, remember that one time you got drunk? I got that footage.
Got right here. Got it right here. That's awesome.
GTS
I never knew that. That's so awesome.
Yeah,
too, man.
that's an
Me too.
exclusive here.
So that's where the name comes from, Gunpla and paparazzi.
Ooh, this Gundam
Gunpla
Badar.
Razzi.
Look at this. Silver Samurai.
Actually, this is my favorite from you, Bart. Straight up.
This is the one that won him.
Yeah.
The prize last month.
Did you do like the green? Is that like green panel lining, or did you like paint it in there, or like how did you do that green?
Yeah,
like
that's what I was gonna ask. How do you get the green?
Especially on the shoulder.
The green is panel lined. I took a acrylic paint, really thin it very much, and I just applied with a small paintbrush into the cracks. It's in the cracks on the handle of the shirts, on the wrist, and it's also on the shoulders and in the chest.
What about the swords? Did
Yeah,
you paint them or did you?
Yeah, for the swords, I bought those kind of scissors for children.
Oh,
that
the little.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember those.
Oh,
Yeah.
the zigzag sword.
And the
Yeah,
mask.
so yeah.
Dude, that's smart,
I,
bro.
I cut the masking tape and just stick it on the swords.
That's
so
cool,
that's
man.
it's so simple yet it would have never crossed my mind. Yeah, those
Yeah,
scissors
me
that
too.
we all used in elementary
I
school
have
to
those
cut-
scissors in the other room. Just hold, man.
Yeah, you got Gunpla Razzi over there just buying these different kind of masking tapes that are all shaped differently. Look at him. It's like my $12 that I spent.
And the $8 shipping.
God, damn, $20.
Yeah, and then
I'm not
They
buying
were
them again. I'll tell you that.
the scissors.
I'm sorry for laughing so hard, but oh my god, man.
Yeah, and by
Shipping
doing
and
this,
really
you
got-
can try to do different those Hammond styles on the shirts. Yeah, because I went with the green for the contrast with the other parts of the kit, but you can do like different shades of silver, or like silver and steel, and have like a Hammond shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nico called the Banshee a chicken.
Yeah, he just said the Banshee looks like a chicken. That's why I don't like it.
Yeah, and also,
with the horns.
We also have to apologize to Nico because he's like, wow, so many IBO spoilers.
It's 5 years
forgot if
old,
he's-
bro. Sorry.
My mom says that this Vidar reminds her of Wolverine. I'm guessing it's
Ooh.
because of the 3 blades on each hand.
Yeah, probably.
What was your idea
So,
behind
wait.
this? How did you get to Silver Samurai?
Yes, I don't know if you know this character from Marvel. That there is a Silver Samurai. Yeah, he's
There is.
the
That's what I was wondering.
yeah. It's I wanted that was the first one when I chosen that it should be like a Silver Samurai. So it was based a little on that idea, and the other one is this resin kit. Have seen only with the stock colors. If someone did that resin kit, I didn't see it anywhere with a different type of painting. Maybe if there is, I just couldn't find it, and I said, oh no way, I will not lose that chance. I wanted to like I think that some people don't even recognize what it is because it has a different colors in those
If
stock.
if you ask me, I didn't even know it was a Vidar to start with. I remember asking those guys, dude, what did Bart submit again? What is the kit? Can you just check it out?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So and then I have to refer back to your email and then say, oh, it's a Vidar plus resin kit. And then I was thinking like resin kit, then how do you get the greens inside the cracks so perfectly? I mean, like how? I mean, like if you mask it, it's gonna be a nightmare. So
For
I'm
a lot
pretty
of
sure.
people, for a lot of people watching, or I know there are people who are beginners just like I am. When I first began to panel line my kits because I wanted to bring out the detail, one of the things that Bart said right now is something that a lot of people do and that I did in the beginning too, is I bought a black acrylic paint from Tamiya, and I bought some thinner for it, and I thin it down really, really thin, like he probably did for this, and then you just do it with the little paintbrush. You put it on the crack, and it works just like enamel. Just kind of like the regular Tamiya.
It's the same. It's physics.
Yeah, if
It also works with enamel paints because on the Hyakushiki I did exactly the same with enamel orange. I just thin it down so it's like super
like
thin.
water.
Yeah, and just put it inside the crack in the panel lines for the Hyakushiki.
Yeah, guys,
And you probably have to do multiple coats, right?
Yep. But with paints you have to be very very fast because it dries very fast.
Yeah, it dries very fast. So like,
You
if
have
you
to
guys ever want
know
to
your stuff.
like if you guys want to do different panel line colors instead of like just black all the time, just buy some acrylic and thin it down to like a really watery, just basically water, and just use that. Because this green makes such a good contrast.
It makes everything
with the silver.
It makes
This is the reason, like the highlighting, it literally just works so well. That's such an amazing idea. Really,
Because
awesome.
you could change that green to like a blue, and that kit will look just as good with the blue. Making it a red, it'll just so many possibilities.
I agree.
Let me ask you a question, Bart.
Orange,
So when you were doing your resin kit, did you use the wires, or did you use magnets, or did you glue everything? Like, how did you what's your process for the resin?
Yeah, I mean, the Gunpla resin kits they aren't that bad if you talk about fitting. So here I only used glue. I didn't have to. I didn't broke any pieces because
Thank God.
when you break the resin, I think I would do it with a wire. The repairing, but I didn't. But the end figure is a statue, to be honest, because it has so much spikes. Like it cannot be posed in many different ways. The design of this resin kit like loses all of the possibility. The spikes on the knees, and that it has on the wrists. Like you cannot turn the wrist because of that how it's designed. So it's basically just a statue here. But I use just a super glue, normal super glue for the assembling here. And the paint also helps because if you paint the kit and it is a little loose, the paint also gives another
tighten it up, yeah.
Another layer of friction for the parts.
Now, I'm buying a resin kit soon, so I'm buying one soon.
Remember of the mask when you do the resin? It's highly toxic.
I've already got
yes,
the Barbatos in the mail on the way to Malaysia.
The
Barbatos resin, the resin kit, from GT parts.
Which one?
I forgot, man. I think it's the Lupus. I don't know. It's a conversion.
Oh, okay.
From GK. I'll send you guys a picture later.
Because I feel the most famous one is the Dragon King, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the no. It's not no, it's not Dragon King. But
That
still
was
looks cool.
amazing.
Yeah, that one was really cool. That one
Well,
was really cool.
well, just look at this. I mean, like the cushion itself. With you're showing a bit of a WIP, right? The work in progress pictures, and
Right.
I saw that you're using just normal masking tape, not hobby grade masking tape, right?
Yeah, because
He's not
that
bougie
was
like me.
when I was just starting, and like buying all of those modeling masking tapes would be so expensive. I just bought the most stickiest normal painting masking tape for the
Uh
room
huh.
that I could find.
Uh huh. Uh
Uh,
huh.
yep. And I use
And
all the time now. Like I only use like a modeling masking tape when I do the masking for the precise place that I want to do, and the rest is just normal one because it's a waste of money if you use the for the part when you are not painting for mask to mask this with
I
the
see.
uh,
I
yeah. So
see.
the idea here that you see on the picture now is that I printed it. Like I had a clear foil. I put the masking tape on it. I put it in the printer,
Oh,
and I
wow.
print tips that I wanted to have on the cushion. So then
Look at Chris.
so then when I cut it out, when I cut I had a sticker that I just put in the container, and I just was looking what kind of shape I want to have on the cushion here. Okay, it should be a bigger shape, smaller shape. I just took it and I could peel off the masking tape from the foil, and I had a precise sticker to put in a place that I wanted. So
Uh-huh.
that
Man,
But I'm just so curious. What were you teaching, man?
yeah,
Come
what were
on.
you teaching?
What
I was
is
gonna
that?
say, you got variable, you got
yes, that
variable X here,
those
variable
are
Y.
the from physics.
Yeah, but you got a cube happening there. You got the
Yes,
XP or I don't know, man.
right.
I forgot all that. I returned it back to my teacher, right?
For you guys who don't know in the chat, Bart is a physics teacher. So
Yep.
this guy's
He's
this guy's
like,
smart.
he, yeah, this guy's smart. This guy is like the Big Bang Theory.
No,
Uh,
you just offended him with the Big Bang Theory, man. Big Bang Theory is terrible.
Why?
It's a bad show, man. Big Bang Theory
It's
is
a
a
good
bad
show.
love
No,
you
it's
guys.
It's a
not.
good show.
It is not a good
It's
show,
a
bro.
good show.
It's called the Laugh Box. Look
It
it
is a
up,
good
bro.
show.
Look it up,
Yeah,
Laugh
just
Box.
look it up. It's a terrible show.
Well, just like how I would eat Happy Meal when I'm sad, I would watch Big Bang Theory if I'm sad too.
If I'm sad, I would not watch a Big Bang Theory. It would make me want to just off myself, dude. I hate that show. That's such a bad show. Bart is
No,
better
it's a
than
good
Big Bang
show.
Theory, okay? Big Bang
Okay,
Theory.
fine.
Big Bang Theory just, people watch it. I hate Big Bang Theory. I feel like it makes fun of its own audience, and it's just not even that funny at all. But Bart, what were you teaching exactly? Could you please just tell us what you were teaching here?
On that was the dynamics.
Very nice.
Okay. You know what?
I hope your students watch this. I hope your students watch this and just see how cool of a teacher they have. Could you imagine like if
Yeah,
your teacher
exactly.
in school were like, what do you do when you get home? Oh, I build Gunpla and then I grade your test. Like, yeah, that's so
Yeah,
awesome,
exactly.
dude. That's so awesome.
I build Gunplas and I grade your test while the paint is drying. So.
Sometimes I do
But
it. Exactly.
seriously, that's it, man. Seriously, I mean, like the use of materials. I mean, like again, be resourceful. Don't waste materials, bro. Don't be like Chris. Pay
Nope.
$8 shipping for something like that.
Don't be the bougie
Come on,
American.
man. Come on, man.
I'm learning,
You
man.
can
I'm
do
learning.
better.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah, man. Learning how to save money.
Yep. I don't make the same mistake twice.
Good job.
So
All right.
this was your process. You just cut them out after you printed them, and then you just went on and you used really tiny pieces to do layers. How many layers of paint did you do?
5 here.
5.
5 different colors.
Oh my god! Most people that I see do camouflage only do like 3 colors,
At the most.
and you do over here 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted
That's crazy.
it. So that's the first one was the black. The second was those that I don't strange green, because I use all four colors were different shades of green, and like the further I got, the bigger stickers I started to use.
Okay.
Okay. That's the trick. Cool. I'm learning all that now.
Man, we're just learning with everybody who
Dude,
comes on.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Painting camo can either you're really gonna like it or you're really gonna hate it. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I enjoy it. It's really fun. Like especially when you start taking the tape off at the end.
Yeah.
You start, yeah, it looks, yeah, it's really fun.
The feeling when you peel off those shapes and you see like it comes together, the camo is it's crazy good, this feeling.
Man, man, this is really this is awesome. And you made your own alligator clips, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. This is really cool.
I even did a tutorial on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 40-second. I think it is somewhere on the Instagram.
Oh, I'll have to look for it because I actually bought clips, these the Tamiya ones. I bought them and they were $14, and I don't remember how many there were.
Yeah, that's too much, bro.
And then somebody was like,
Dude,
"You can just make them."
Dude, I got a pack of 50s for $2. Don't get the sticks.
I know you can make them. I know how to make them. I just didn't think it'd be that easy, but it turns out it is. So next thing in my list is to make more of these things.
I mean, it is a little.
You never get it.
What's up? What was that, Bart?
It's a little tedious to do them, but you do it only once, and you have it for all.
Yeah. You because those things, they don't break unless you like smash onto them or something. They don't break. They don't really break. They don't get loose. They don't do anything.
Yeah, you need 100 tops and you're good.
No. 100 is not enough. Probably go 200.
Ooh.
200.
Oh, because I have like 130 right now, and I keep running out of them. You know, I keep running out.
How do you keep
in my
130 of them? What?
Probably because when I paint, I literally paint every single part. Until recently, where I started putting together the inner frame and then only paint them. Previously, I paint every single part without putting them on together.
I painted every single part on the Sasabi, and I did. I had to schedule my timing for painting. Like, all right, I'll paint this part, and I had them in Ziploc bags, put them up in their alligator things, and then afterwards, I was like, now it's the other time, and I have to take them off, and it was just that's why I need more. That's why I need more.
Yeah. The thing is that I have a limited time every time I build, so I got to work fast. So I cannot spend like time taking on the alligator clip, because sometimes they do take like half an hour or an hour just to clip them on, organize everything. So I do it in one go.
I severely underestimated how long it takes to properly clip them on, right? And I have this sticky blue tack that I also have, and then there's pieces that you can't hold on to anywhere unless you want to block. And if you do, it'll leave that little mark on there. So you have to put the blue tack underneath, and it takes a long time to get it properly nice. And then they're flimsy, and then the air pressure might move them a little bit, so you have to make sure.
I've shot pieces off the gator clip before. I'm like airbrushing it, and it just shoots off. I'm just like, no, gotta go find this little piece now. I don't know where it went.
No, the trick about this is that you gotta make sure that you have enough blue tacks, and your blue tacks, you gotta make sure that it's fresh so that it sticks on better. And then secondly,
or it has to be
not that big. Come on, man. Seriously, are you crazy?
What? No, I have it in the bottle. I take off pieces.
Yeah, take out pieces.
Yeah,
that is fine. It will be fine.
He's just showing you had it, bro.
Yeah, I'm just showing you that.
And then,
before I use it, I roll it. It's kind of like a stress reliever to get it warm, like Bart said, and then it works.
And you know what? Try putting on Thumbtack when you're wearing gloves. You're gonna die.
Putting on what? This when wearing gloves?
Yeah.
I did.
Wearing on gloves.
I was wearing gloves the whole time. I have them right here.
Surgical gloves. My gloves break off all the time because the thumbtacks are like, oh.
No, you got some cheap gloves, man. These ones didn't break at all. These are some good gloves.
You got to get the mechanic.
Quality.
You got to get the mechanic gloves. Those are the best ones.
The rubber, yeah, the ones with like little, they're
Yep.
like even like what's it called, texturized, like they got texture and everything.
Yeah, those are the best ones.
Those are nice. How do you wear gloves all the time too, Bart? I never see you wear gloves on your pictures.
Oh.
I think you just
Only on candy kits.
so he doesn't wear gloves for everything else, so his hands are like.
I mean, for painting, yes. For painting, I do use gloves, but it's only there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense. All right, cool.
Well, I wear gloves all the time because I get sweaty hands.
Yeah,
Same
I
here.
feel like gloves just kind of. I only wear a glove on my left hand, never on my right hand.
I
Because
hate gloves.
Okay.
I like to feel my gun, and so.
Oh yeah. Everybody loves to feel their gun, bro. Don't get me wrong. Everybody loves to feel their guns.
No,
He likes to feel the firm grip of the stainless steel. He likes to feel the rib edges on the button.
Maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's a connection between you and your gun, so I like to feel how much pressure I'm feeling.
Stop saying that,
You guys
man.
are like 10 years old, man. You guys are like 10.
That's why we love him.
Stop saying that.
I feel 10. I feel 10 for laughing at it.
So, Bart, this green that you have on here, was this like a mix that you made yourself, or is it a specific kind of green that you bought?
It's just the different shades of green.
Okay, cool. Because this is a really nice green. This kind of it reminds me of the old kits, like the old kits when they had kind of like a washed out color all the time. It's really nice. Oh, like the one that you just bought, Chris.
The
This is kinda
Cursacerin?
like the color. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
like the color it has, right?
Yeah.
On the runners. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. No, because this one really came out really well. This is awesome. This is very awesome. You guys have any more questions for Chris? I mean, for Bart, for Chris.
I'm here all week, man.
Yeah, you're here all the time. No, I feel like Bart, you just keep building and doing everything. When you do get your hands on the Barbatos, just promise to make it. Have you built the MG Barbatos? You have, right?
No, not yet.
Oh man,
I told him if he doesn't find it eventually, I will send it to him. I have it still. It's just I'm not gonna build it until he gets one. Because if he doesn't get one, I'm gonna send it. Like you will get one. I promise you.
Make that a
Bart.
masterpiece with the rest of them, man. Just make it
Bart,
beautiful.
Bart, promise me
I promise.
when you get it, place it on the bedside and start praying, sir, because you're blessed. You are blessed. You are blessed. Seriously.
It's a really nice kit. It's a really nice kit, man. It's a really nice kit.
It's the best. It's the best.
It really
Man,
is.
I was actually looking at some pics on some Instagram pictures of Mecha Gaikatsu. I've just said his name wrong, I feel. And he was talking about the Dynamis. And there were some people on the comments saying that the Dynamis MG is better than the Barbatos MG. No, not for me, man. Nah, not for me.
I don't know. I never built Dynamis, so
I built both. I painted both. It's close. It's really close, but the Barbatos has the pistons, so I would say it wins because all the engineering of the pistons take it to the next level.
Yeah,
No, the pistons are something else on that kit. Like I know you've built the no grade. You built the no grade, but once you get the master grade, guys, if you guys haven't gone over to Gundam Guardian's Instagram page, go to it right now. Look at all the things he's built.
Yeah, follow him.
Yeah, he is amazingly talented and gifted. He's very patient guy. He's very humble too, like everybody who has been on the show. It's really cool to see the this level of expertise being this humble. But he has a lot of builds, and he was the winner last month, so he will get his MG Barbatos whenever they're stocked around where he is. Or like Chris said, he'll send it over to him, the one that he has. And we would just really hope that once you get it, you build, not hope, we know you'll build a masterpiece. Just make it beautiful. Just promise
I can't wait.
Make it beautiful. All right?
I promise.
All right. Very nice.
Thank you.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise. Yeah. Yeah, man.
All
Well,
right, guys.
well, I'm gonna build another one, the MG Barbatos, because I have another vision for it. So I gotta do that. I gotta do that.
No,
But
yeah, the
yeah,
MG
in the future.
Barbatos is another deal. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I
Exactly.
feel it's that time of the show where we go on to the competition, and we again not having time for the Gundam lore. There's which is not a problem. Talking to the guest is the main point of this show.
We're gonna
when
make
we
Gundam
have
lore a
guest.
separate show. That's what I was thinking. We're just gonna do
Yeah,
like
that's what I was thinking too.
Oh,
I think
man.
we'll just focus an hour and a half on this guy, on whoever is our guest in this case, Bart. Just give him all the space they need to talk, and yeah, I think that's what we should do. But that's another meeting that we'll have us on the panel. But thank you, Bart,
Private.
for your time. What's up?
Thank you.
All right. No, I said we do that privately. It's fine.
Yeah, we do that privately. So anyway, guys, welcome to the show again. Everybody in the chat who has been here. The Cinematics has been here since minute 1. We had
Woo!
Zach and Jiankai. He's late, but it's nice to have you here. Nicholas
better late than never.
Hada's still here with us. My mom is still here with us. She's always here with us.
Mom's rock.
So we're going on to the Gunpla Talk Show feature build of the week. So we haven't announced the prize for this month, but I feel Bart should be the one to announce what you guys are competing for. So Bart, what are we? What did you hear before we started?
I hope I heard correctly. Was it the RG New Gundam?
Exactly. The
Yeah.
trade New Gundam is going to be up for grabs this month. You can win it here on this show. Just send in all of your kits. And guys, just please remember to go onto our website and read all of the guidelines. It is important that you guys go on there and read the guidelines, because we've received many kits and many pictures with either no explanation of what they did to it. Maybe we don't have a way to contact you guys other than that email and you guys don't reply. Just remember to follow all of the rules so we don't have any mix-ups. If you guys do share a folder with us on Google Drive, make sure that it is able to be viewed by everyone and we don't have to email you back for permission, because then you guys maybe don't check your email and then you guys can't be on the show. Just a whole big deal. Just make sure you guys read all of the guidelines, and there will be a new guideline written on this month, right, guys? It is. We have figured out that with the COVID business, this whole on planet Earth, literally, it is difficult to send kits to you guys without paying $1 million. So
They try to charge me 108.
yeah, so if you guys do live in a place that is a little bit, in the outskirts of a big populated area with access to Gunpla, we will send you guys on PayPal or whatever it may be the monetary value of that kit for you. So just keep that in mind. That will be part of the whole competition. But without any further ado, Justin, take it away.
Okay, so for featured build of the week this week, because we had a lot of problems with Google Drive permission, apparently around 7 of them who submitted the kit didn't actually grant us the permission, so we couldn't get it, and we couldn't see what's the kit for. And but then again, we have lots more, and then for this week we have 4 competitors, and one was supposed to be competing, but he won last week, so we figured that we would put his kit as an honorable mention because it was just that good. We cannot miss it out. We need to show you guys what he has done because it is just so awesome. But no matter what, feature build of the week, we have 5 judging criteria. First of all, it's originality, 10 points for that, creativity, color scheme, details, and craftsmanship. So we take all this into consideration when we are doing the judging. And this week we have Bart doing the judging together with us. So let's move on to contestant number 1, which is from the official Gunpla. So he's the story behind him is that he's a pretty young builder. He has only been building for 1 month, and then one of the proudest project is this RG Unicorn, which is honestly speaking not the best looking, but I feel that there's so much creativity going into it because in his bio he did mention that he was trying to be budget concerned, budget wise, how to say, budget smart as well.
Yeah,
and then he wants to have a platform and stuff like that for his RG Unicorn. So he did all this with like plastic containers. So kudos for him for the creativity part. And other than that, the color scheme itself is really on point, even though that it's not really that original, because we have seen it's very hard to be original in Unicorn.
Yeah, because it's
Seriously, guys.
everywhere.
I mean, it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. Unicorn is literally everywhere. So I'm pretty sure everybody have seen white unicorn with metallic blue inner frames. We all seen that, okay? But what he did was he did have some copper parts on his on
Frame.
his
Inner
on
frame.
his joints. Yeah,
Mhm.
on the inner frame joints as well. And then he's one of the first guy I see uses the sticker literally kind of the Bandai and then stick it there.
I've done it before.
Have you
I put
guys
it on the
noticed
bottom
it?
of the foot usually.
Yeah.
I have never done that. I've seen people do it, but I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
done it myself.
I always put it on the bottom of the foot like a
No, no,
Toy Story type thing.
Oh,
Oh, Andy. Yeah, but so no matter what, for his first build, and he has only been a month into the build, for his courage, for his bravery, for his creativity as well, I give him kudos.
yeah. I
Good
will.
job,
I do have to
good
say
job.
something about this real quick. If this is his first build, is that what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yeah.
one of his first builds. Yeah.
The panel lining, I would go a little bit cleaner unless you were trying to go for some weathering because I'm zoomed in into the pictures. There are some panel lines that are very messy. Like there, you can see the paint overflowing from them and just leaving smudges. You can go over that with some alcohol, or some thinner, very lightly with a cotton swab or whatever, and clean it out. But I do feel like you were trying to go for some weathering. That's what I'm getting a vibe from. But even then,
Mhm.
some panel lines are a little bit messy. Go in there, clean it out. Make sure you can still clean them panel line. If it's enamel or whatever, you can clean it out even still right now. And just work a little to be a little bit cleaner when it comes to that part. But other than that, very good work for one of your first builds.
Oh yeah,
Very nice.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is your first build. I can't wait for you to get to the 10th build. You'll be a monster on yourself, right? So, congratulations. Thank you for submitting, and congratulations for making it onto the show.
Yeah, good job,
Yes.
man.
And then let's move on to contestant number 2. So this is actually our first Digimon. So given that,
Digimon.
so he did text us personally asking if he can enter his Wargreymon instead of a Gunpla. I mean, we were thinking like, if this is allowed in GWC, why not, right?
It's plastic.
It's still Bandai. It's still Bandai. So.
Yeah.
So this is from the Figurize Wargreymon, which is a super popular kit. And then
Very
the
cool.
details on this is it's literally on point. Definitely, there's nothing much you can do about it in terms of originality, rather than sticking to the original color. It will look really really off. I would say. Have you guys seen the silver Wargreymon? No, right? I mean, like, there's a
No.
reason why.
I feel like the construction part and the building part is very different to Gundam in the sense that it's more of an action figure than it is a build. So it is difficult to kind of single out pieces and paint them over it. But Chris,
True.
I mean Bart, in this case, what is your opinion on this? Because according to his email, he did a gunk wash, and I do know he did a gunk wash because he's actually part of the Calgary Gunpla community group. So shout out to them. He actually we have a little group for the admins and for like just a group, and he was talking and he like messaged. He's actually one of the admins. If you guys remember Alina and Derek, he's the other one. Is Sean? That's his name.
Mhm.
He did a gunk wash, which is the technique where you take oil paints and you completely cover your kit on it, and then you clean it off with a cloth or something, and it'll
Yep.
look weather, it'll stain the plastic, and it'll look like this. It won't look as bright and clean as it used to, but it does give it this kind of personality, and I think he did really well on it. What do you think of this, Bart?
Yeah, I think it looks very metallic. The parts that on the armor and on the chest, on the helmet, and on the wrists, looks like a real metal, and I like it. Like you said, the weather it looks like on the first look like a pre-shaded build, right? But it was a gun course, so I never did it, so it's probably as nice and skillful technique. It looks good.
like one of the techniques that I saw online for the military guys for doing this kind of gunk wash is using the kiwi shoe polish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
Yep.
seen him do that.
You know
too.
the one with the squeegee bottle instead
Yeah.
of a paste.
Yeah.
So you just squeeze it on and then you just wipe it off real fast, and then you curate a similar effect. But one thing I'm not sure about this, so you guys don't blame me if it destroys your kit, is that the kiwi thing is kind of toxic, and then it will kind of deteriorate the plastic itself. So
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. Maybe I have to try it myself. Maybe I have to try it myself and just to find out. I'll tell you guys 1 month later.
Yeah, do
See
it,
if it deteriorates.
do it on a unicorn.
Oh, probably, man. Bastos.
Sean, very good work. A round of applause. For
Very
you.
nice.
Very nice.
Very good one, Sean.
The next one.
All right, next contestant number 3. This is from Cortai Gunpla, which is the Gates Guardian. This is actually a stargazer. So, I don't know, man. The thing
like it.
when I saw this, I was like, dude, the color scheme is like, mwah, mwah, delicious,
Yeah, he did the blue
delicious.
perfectly.
And then, yeah, he did the blue. But oftentimes when you pair up blue with dark colors, is that the dark colors will eat up the blue,
Yep.
right? Unless the blue is bright enough. So he got the perfect shade of blue, which is really, really cool. And the blue parts are exclusively hand painted, and he didn't airbrush or anything. He used a Tamiya spray can, which is wow, yeah, spray can, bro,
Yeah, this one looks
spray
really
can. It looks really nice, and then the blue paint is from a CDL blue. It's from CDL. He hand painted it, so it looks really, really good. And you know the symbols on the gate that he's carrying, those symbols are actually from Star Wars, and he scribed them.
Oh, they're from Star
So-
Wars.
Yeah, those are Star Wars symbols. That's what he said in the bio.
This reminds me more of a Stargate.
That's what I was thinking too.
Stargate. Yeah, the gate itself.
Yep, but the thing is that he said that this
Nice,
is from
nice,
Star
nice.
Wars.
Ah.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how he does it, but it looks so good. It fits with the team, especially when you're like talking about portals, you're talking about gates, you're talking about universal travel, stuff like that. I mean, the color scheme works. It really works.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It looks
Okay.
really nice. What do you
But
think of this, Bart?
For me, it only like lacks some water decals, but it's
ooh, that's what I was about to say.
like it. For me, it's still an open canvas for even more. Looks delicious.
For further customization.
I really dig
Yeah.
the color
Delicious.
scheme. Delicious.
Delicious. Everybody is getting onto my vibe as well. Delicious.
Delicious.
Okay, you know,
Tasty.
I feel like that's a lot of contestants, guys. Remember to put decals on your kits, man. Those little
Takes
decals
it to the next level.
to the next level. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people like to say that stickers are bad, and yes, they look bad if you don't place them correctly, or if they make some contrast with certain colors, you can see the outline of them. But decals, water slides, or just normal stickers give a different feel to them if you do it correctly. Don't just leave them blank all the time. Now, if that's what you're going for, if you're going for a blank slate, a blank canvas, like maybe the way Bart said it, that's what the paragraph is for that you send in with your entry, right? Because you explain to us that. But in this case, yeah, I do agree with Bart. And,
Or at least
and
at
everybody.
least use a couple of decals. At least a couple, one or two.
Just a couple, but I
like
feel
on the chest and the
there's,
shoulder or something.
like, the main ones, but I feel like there's more that can be done. Like Bart said, it's a blank canvas. I love the way you said that. Yeah, it is. There's so much more that you can do with this.
Just like if you really don't like putting on decals, just like I do, just put on minimal decals. Not for the sake that it's there, for the sake of realism. Because if you look at the Gunplas or the Gundam series or the Gundam animes, they don't have decals, man. Come on, they don't have
Yeah.
decals. Right?
Some purists
thing is that-
even don't want to add them.
Yeah, but the thing is that if you add a little bit, it would really show that it was like caution decals. That's my favorite. Caution,
Yeah.
warning signs,
I
and
hate
all that.
all
Those
those.
really make sense,
I
right?
love
And then,
them.
but also model number. It's really important because
like the
in real
model
life they
numbers.
would just like soldiers, they would have a number, right? So same thing here. right? So if you're going for realism, definitely do a little bit of details, but not too much until it's like oversaturated, until it's like so messy.
But that's
right?
that's
So
just
a little
my
bit,
opinion.
exactly. That's just our opinion. But no matter what, this is a fantastic build. No matter what, good job. Good job.
Good job.
Good work.
Good job.
All right.
next one.
So our last contestant before we go into the honorable mention will be this is from Gaia Zulu. Gaia Zulu, and this is his build is a Ria Z, which is a kit bash build from Kisatra. How do you pronounce that kit?
Satria. Kisatria.
Satria. Yeah, Satria. Yeah. Right.
Kisatra, and then he got the Grays, and then from I don't know, so many. I think it was a combination of 4 kits. Let me just look it up real quick. It has a Barzum head, Kisatra arms, and Fennel shields. He got the Gia chest and waist, and the Zulu legs, Rosen Zulu legs. And then he uses painted with Mr. Hobby metallic paint, blue, gold, purple, and green. I really think that this color works.
Yeah, it looks
This
really
color
nice.
works. This
Really
color
nice.
works.
Mono eye look
With the
looks really
accent
good.
green. Yep. But again, the paint job looks amazing. The finish looks good. It's semi-gloss. I believe it's not really gloss. But then again, just like what Bart said, where's the decal, bro?
Yeah, this one is
Again.
very blank. This one's very blank.
Yeah, I believe with the shield and all that, it should have more decals just to complete the look. Right now, it's completed, but you still feel that something is missing. Maybe
Yeah,
it's the
something.
panel line. Maybe it's the panel line is missing as
That
well.
strange
Maybe
feeling
it's-
when you paint so many kits that when you look on other works, you just something is missing.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
use these
a bit of
decal
a
and panel
decal
lining, and
on
it'd be perfect.
Oh, it would be delicious as well, man.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Delicious.
The color scheme
It
works
looks-
really well. Missing details. It's missing details.
it looks
and
very metallic.
Yeah. I don't know. It's missing details for me, in my point. But very nice work. Very good work. And very nice kit bash too, because it was a kit bash. So very nice. It works.
Mhm.
I don't know if
It works.
I don't
Yeah,
know
it works.
I don't know if I'm a fan of those legs in general. I don't like those feet. I never liked the high heels on like like on a Gundam.
You never like
High
Gray's
heels are
feet.
super.
What's up? What did you say, Bart?
You never.
I really like those high heels. I don't know why.
Oh,
do.
Bart, you have a. Oh, Bart.
Yeah, bar.
Oh.
Stupid.
This is GTS exclusive, guys. Bart has a thing.
Very
All
nice.
right, so-
very nice work.
So it's time for the honorable mention.
Horrible.
This is from our previous honorable, the horrible mention. Come on, man. So this is from our previous winner, the Sainami. So this guy here, he built a complete diorama with three kits, and he named it. The team itself is called Rescue. So I believe, if I still remember the story, is that they are trying to rescue that little figure in the middle, which is his scratch-built princess.
This is so awesome,
So-
dude.
Yeah,
Exactly. So these two Gundams, is trying to rescue her from the Gundam that she was piloting, which is already broken down. The last one, right, on the very bottom. So this is the story behind it. Two Gundams, two Grace type Gundams, Grace grunt suits, two grunt suits are on their way to rescue her. That's why I believe I did show one of the details, probably on the last slide, where the hand itself is picking up her, the princess. And the princess, she had her helmet fallen off her hair. And you know what? The whole thing is scratch built. He scratch built his figure. Dude,
What?
what the hell?
That
So
must
if
take
I don't
hours.
mention this, my mom will slap me in the face or bring me at the back of my head. Like, why you didn't show him? Why you didn't show him? Yeah, but
This is awesome.
Seriously, this is awesome. But his Ultramarine that he submitted last week was very awesome as well. But this one is just to the next level. But unfortunately, he cannot compete anymore because he has already won the first week. But
Yeah.
still, we had a talk before the show, and we just felt that we need to show this to you guys because this is just so awesome. Look at the clouds, look at the smoke effect and all that.
I mean, even if he could compete, it'd be difficult because so one of the rules we have, guys, is dioramas, right? If you do build diorama, we need to keep it fair, right? So if you do send a diorama, we focus on the kit that you tell us to focus on. We won't focus on the whole diorama itself. But even this, just as an honorable mention, like we said, this is some work of art. And this Bart, this is what we said, with dioramas. This could be your next. Part where you go into, because you have these ideas in your hair of lore. I mean, in your hair, in your hair,
What if?
in your hair of lore, and you can feel the environments where they're from, right? So very nice work,
Exactly.
guys. Very nice work. What do you think of this, Bart? What is your opinion on the whole thing?
Yeah, for this kit, I think the most essential thing for me is that there is the wow factor when I look at it. Like
Uh-huh.
the more you look, the more you see, and I love it when you just notice those small little things, those going on, because it's several different things going on. Like one Gundam is shooting, the other one is broken, one is kneeling. Super.
Oh, he's even taking the shield and like trying to block it while he's rescuing the girl. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
The more you see, right, the more you look, the more you see. Love it.
Yep, it's like covering the girl.
Yeah.
Covering the girl, right?
Yeah, because like if he's rescuing her, they're gonna be shooting at him, so he's like trying to she's an easy target.
Yep. All. And then the following grunt suit was like handing her over, and then he was picking her up while blocking it. Just like how you would treat a birthday cake. You're blocking the candle.
You need to start dancing, Justin. You got
I
some
want to say
moves
something.
there.
I feel like people who do this, I've seen it on YouTube. Some people have some big cojones. Like people would say, like gringos would say, big cojones, right? Like the big balls.
Huevos.
Taking your kit and actually melting it, like actually putting fire underneath it to get that effect on the legs.
Yeah.
If you guys look at the slide, like, man, it'd be difficult for me to put actual fire and melt away plastic like that. It's a scary part.
I'll be scared.
Yeah, I'd be scared.
I'll be scared.
So there it is. So very nice work. Honorable mention. I think it's time to pronounce the winner. And thank you for entering that. Very nice work. But
all right. So so for contestant number 1 with the RG unicorn, he got 40 points. Good job on that. Good job on that. And then for contestant number 2 with the World Greymon from Sean, he got 41.325. Contestant number 3. Are you guys here? There's no sound.
We're here.
Okay.
now we're
all right.
to you.
All right.
Your voice was sounding so
contestant
perfect.
number
I
3.
was listening.
Oh wow, it's like beautiful. Hit me, baby,
How
one more
you
time.
doing?
How you doing? So for the Gates Guardian from Kodai Gunpla, he got 43.375.
Pretty good.
And then last but not least, contestant number 4 with 42.25. So proud to announce this week's champion, which is Kodai Gunpla. Congratulations.
Very good work. Very nice work.
Very good work.
Still a blank canvas, like our boy Bart said. Detail her up, make sure she looks pretty, and very good work. Very good work.
Very good work. Very good work. Just because of the concept, because of the color scheme, it's already wow enough. So you don't even have to put on decals to win, apparently. But yeah, but still, put on decals, please. Put on decals, please.
Yeah,
I beg of you. Put on decals.
Next level, baby.
Anyway, watch out for the official announcement of our prize giving and our prize on our Instagram as well. So, and then please follow us on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And don't forget, follow Bart. Come on, Bart. Right?
Guardian. The Guardian.
Gundam Guardian. If you want to get
hair.
over there. Seriously, if you.
Thank you so much for having me, guys, again.
No,
thank
you for accepting.
Big honor.
You're a big inspiration, bro. Seriously.
Isn't it like 2 a.m. over there, 3 a.m. over there where you're at right now?
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. now.
It's
Oh
4 a.m.
man.
and he's up for us. He
Oh,
should probably
shit.
go to sleep. I feel so bad.
All right.
No,
But
don't
thank
worry.
you so much. Thank you so much, Bart, for being on. And thank you guys for watching, the audience. Remember to check out our website, subscribe to the channel. Remember to share and put out the word about the show. I know it sounds like a lot to ask for, but bring more people in so we can, just get this whole community talking again, like all these different creators, and I think just keep on building, keep on getting better, and keep your head up high. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one next week.
My
All right,
shirt rocks too,
bye-bye.
by the way. You like my shirt?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We forgot to mention the shirt.
Yeah, the shirt, baby, the
rocks, man.
shirt.